Hey everybody, this is Rustyn Rose with Metalholic Magazine and Access Entertainment. With me today, my brother Vitek Nabi of Metal Wani and Metal Nation Radio. And joining us, our German brother Herman Frank of Accept, and of course now the German Panzer. How are you doing, brother?
I'm fine. How are you? Thanks.
Doing absolutely wonderful. Glad to get a chance to chat with you. The new album, the congrats on the debut. It's an absolute beast.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Now, Herman, you're back from an amazing tour with Accept in European, Australian, and Asia as well. So you covered almost 3 continents. How's been the journey and the response, from your fans?
I mean, it was a great tour. I mean, we started in 1st of September in the US. Mm-hmm. Then we came back, get back to Europe from Finland to Spain. We covered Japan with 5 concerts, and we hit the first time Australia. That was fucking great. That was awesome, and great fans out there. Great reaction. Couple of shows, a lot of sold out shows. Was really great.
Fantastic. Now the German Panzer, what I would preferably call it is a well-oiled German machine. Now, a new album is out, you released 2 singles and also a video last week. So how's been the response from your fans when it comes to the new material?
I think everybody's really excited about the new album, and everybody was waiting how it would sound like, because nobody expected it sounded like this.
Right.
Well, to sort of start things off, I understand Stefan sort of came up with the idea for Panzer, but give us a little backstory on how it all came together.
I mean, yeah, actually, the whole idea maybe Stefan started. He was talking to his friend Norbert Mandl. He's the owner of the rock club Z7 in Basel. They're playing so many bands down there, and he's a friend of us. Norbert is in the music business for around 40 years or 30 years, even longer than me. And so they came up, maybe Stefan got a little bit bored, or he said, I would like to have a different band besides Accept, thinking. And they came up with the idea, we should do a trio, a real power trio. So they come up with the idea to have Schmier as a bass player and a vocalist, and then they called me up by night, 10 by night or 11 by night, and they said, hey, we want to do a trio with Schmier on the vocals. And I said, hey, are you kidding me? Schmier is from Destruction. This is trash, How should this work out? I mean, I've done different music so far, but they said, hey, Schmier can sing differently. Just let's give it a chance, Let's give it a try. So we decided, after I said, okay, I will call you back, guys. Give me a couple of minutes to think about. But then I found it very interesting, the idea, So do a little bit different kind of style in music, and just it might be a new adventure, a new challenge, or what to do some music with me and Stefan. And then we decided to just have a meeting down there in Basel to know each other or say hello to each other, and let's have a little talk about the music we want to do, or how we want to do the project anyway, how we want to start. And by accident we met, and after half an hour we got very drunk. Everybody was fucked up and totally drunk. And then we decided, hey, if we can drink together, we should try to give it a try to do some music together. So the Panzer was born, the idea.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, Send 'Em All to Hell, the debut album, features a good deal of ferocity. It has that strong elements of what Destruction is known for, and then we have the classical metal essence of Accept. So, according to you, what are the different areas you explored on this album?
I mean, it was that was the thing what I found it interesting to combine a little bit these 2 styles, Mm-hmm. I mean, it was very clear from the beginning, we couldn't just write a classical heavy metal album, or we couldn't do a classic Destruction album, because I wouldn't be able to play like Destruction, and Schmier wouldn't be able to sing like the traditional heavy metal guys. Sure. So we had to find this red line in between these 2 stories. And that was the thing what was very interesting for me. And so I came up with some riffs, and then I was listening to Schmier, and he said, I use a couple of different rhythm changes or harmonies and stuff like that. And so we came up with a kind of like own character of music, which gives personality to the Panzer thing, you know.
Awesome.
I think the music from Panzer is not sounding like this band or like this band. It's kind of like an own style. A little bit, just a little bit. I mean, it's not totally new invented music, you know. So all in all, I mean, there was no big thinking about when we started writing music, or I started writing then a couple of songs. It just came out, and we didn't look that much left and right to get the result. I mean, the only thing you can write a new song or write a new CD is just put out what's inside you, you know.
True, absolutely.
We didn't want to spend so much time on thinking about, oh, should we go this way, or let's wait and listen back for 4 weeks. That's bullshitting. Everybody, it's what was very clear from the beginning, that we just want to throw out something real fresh and real raw and not aggressive, but real hard, you know.
I think you did that on this album. As a matter of fact, one of the songs that pops into my head is "Why." The way Shamir screams "Why" in the chorus puts your teeth on edge there. You know,
that's an awesome song. It was one of the first things we came up on the first rehearsals. You know, I came down with this riff and the hook of the lyrics of the voice of the vocal line, and that's what one of the songs we've done.
Awesome. And what are your riffs? I mean, so, you know, mid-tempo, cannon fire, you know, blistering, you know, guitar riffs, you know, like we say, like a Panzer. Now, this word, you know, this like a Panzer is more like it resonates in a head of a listener for a long, long time.
Thanks so much.
Well, and you know, from your perspective, I mean, this album has definitely some concept. Has an idea, the way the cover art illustrates a meaning, so, or an idea which you guys want to convey to your fans. So could you shed some light on that?
I think so. I mean, it's not an easy thing to create a cover which gives us the meaning or the sentence to the fans, you know.
Right.
We said we want to have a Panzer because we maybe are an instrument, a strong instrument, because Shmir is always pointing out with his lyrics to some social problems or some problems in the world they should be fixed, you know, about a couple of wrong people or a kind of wrong things that are going on in the world. And so in a different meaning, maybe the Panzer is the thing which points out to people what's going on wrong on the world, you know, from the lyric side.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, Herman, you know, except Peter and Wolf do the predominant songwriting, has this been an outlet for you to sort of stretch your wings as a songwriter?
I'm always, I mean, I wrote songs since 30 years, you know, since I began my music career as in a school band. And it's on the one side, it's a little bit shame that I can't show my talent into writing a couple of accept songs, you know. I really wish and I really would like to write some songs, but Peter and both, they decided we are accept and we want to do it by our own. So why should I stop? Because I'm playing an accept to write songs, you know. I wrote songs for Victory, for Hazard, for Moondog, for my 2 solo albums, for so many bands, you know. It's normal that I don't stop, and Panzer or all these other bands give me a chance to just put out my music, which is in my head, you know.
Fantastic. That's the reason why Send 'Em All to Hell makes us feel that this tank has an enormous power engine.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm quite sure about that. I mean, we put everything. As I said, we didn't think about that much about the result. We just threw it out, you know, and was really fast throwing out, and it kind of like not easy. I mean, it's a big process to get some good songs out, but we throw them out, and they had been there.
Right.
What in your mind, Herman? What constitutes a Panzer song? I mean, how does it all come together, and what does it look like in your eye as the riff master that you are?
Thanks for the riff master. I mean, as a guitar player, you have to be the riff master, you know. Who else should it be in this? I mean, what I'm really proud about the whole CD is that every song got his own character, and I tried to put some real feelings in there. like in the song Why or in this death knell, you know, it's like a rolling thunder going on, and
True.
every song got his own vibe. But all in all, if you listen to the whole CD, it goes like there's a red line in it.
That's really cool. And you also covered the Gary Moore song, Murder in the Sky. So, is there any new idea that you seek to establish which is different from the original song?
I mean, that was supposed to be a bonus track. The thing was, we recorded real fast. The first session was 4 days, the second session was 5 days. And then we got this record deal all of a sudden, you know. And so Schmier came up, hey, they might need a bonus track. And we said, oh, we don't have material for that. So we sat down and wrote the song Panzer real quick as the last song in half an hour in the studio, you know.
Wow.
So but it turned out so good that we had be ashamed to put this out as a bonus track. Then we got the next problem. We still don't have a bonus track. Then we sat down, drank a couple of beers, and then somebody came up. Why don't we use Murders in the Sky? Because Schmier loves the song very much, and he said, I'm able to sing that. I'm able to sing that. And I said, I know this song. So we sat down by night on the last day, and we had to come up with this bonus track then, and that was Murders in the Sky.
Fantastic.
Because Panzer turned out so good, you know, the song. And we didn't want to not waste it as a bonus track, but we wanted to put it on the real album.
I can tell you we're glad that you did put it on there. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album. But so now you had said a moment ago, you alluded to this, you've been doing this for like 30 some years. You've had through so many different eras, the Victory, Accept, your work in Hazard. Has your approach towards heavy metal evolved in any way, or your songwriting evolved in any way to sort of suit the time or the era that you're playing in?
For sure. I mean, you change your attitude for sure in between decades, you know. But still, I was working also besides writing music. I mean, my whole life is kind of like music. I was producing so many bands, and I also wrote songs for punk bands, you know. So my musical brain is wide open, you know. If I would find more time, I would do different projects.
That's cool. Now you have to make some plan, and because the material on this album is meant to be unleashed live. So are there any plans of taking the German Panzer on road?
The whole idea was from the start to form this trio to have a chance to play live, you know, because this might be a good band for festivals or club shows or something, you know, because if you think about, if we can manage it to bring this power from the CD to a stage, it might be awesome. And the only thing we have to wait for is the time schedule for 2015 for Accept, because I didn't get it so far.
Okay.
And the time schedule for Destruction, and then we put some shows around these.
Fantastic.
For sure. I mean, there are also already some offers. We just signed the contract for the Summer Breeze Festival in summer. It's a German festival, and it starts right now that people ask, hey, do you want to play there? Do you want to go there? We might have a chance to support Overkill on a part of a tour and stuff like that. But I mean, it's really fresh. The record just came out, and the future is wide open. But for sure, we want to go out live.
That's awesome.
Our last question before we get out of here, to help people understand a little bit about you, can you give us 3 albums that sort of changed your life or sort of informed who you are as a musician?
Oh, for sure. The first one is maybe Ted Nugent's Double Life Gonzo.
Nice.
That's way back. Some people might know it. But Ted Nugent, as a guitar player, I mean, he influenced me, and his kind of music and his stage performing, it was kind of like thing I really like. The next thing is Rainbow, Richie Blackmore.
Right.
Cool.
Rainbow Rising, this is his live album, this amazing live album. It's just fantastic. I mean, there's so many, but an outstanding other thing was the first Van Halen album. With this Eruption guitar solo on it and stuff like that, you know, and Running with the Devil, and that maybe these 3 are the albums I can mention.
Awesome. Herman, Frank, the German Panzer, and of course Accept, the brand new album. Send them all to hell. fantastic talking with you. Thanks so much for taking the time on behalf of Metalholic and Metal Wani, and we hope to get a chance to see you guys live.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate you taking your time.
Take care,
Thank
brother.
you, Herman. Have a great day ahead.